Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. I am Namita Mane. Today in this lecture, we are going to study what is arithmetic mean and how to calculate arithmetic mean. So let's start. So this is the definition of arithmetic mean. AM means A stands for arithmetic and M stands for mean. Or mean is a sum of observation divided by number of observation. Okay, so mean is a sum of observation which is divided by number of observation. Sum means the total of observation and divided by number of observation. If we put this definition into formula, so the formula to calculate arithmetic mean, AM is equals to sum of the observation divided by number of observation. Okay, if we put this sum of observation divided by number of observation in symbols, so x bar, okay, x bar means arithmetic mean. AM is denoted by x bar. Okay, x bar means arithmetic mean is equals to sigma. This sign is sigma. This sign is sigma x, okay, divided by n. N is number of observation. So x bar means arithmetic mean. Sigma, the symbol sigma, okay, represents the sum. Sigma, this sign represents the sum. Sum means the total or summation of the observation. Small n means the number of observation and x is what? Observation, means sum of observation. Summation of x divided by number of observation. So we are going to use this formula to calculate arithmetic mean for individual observation or ungrouped data. Now, to calculate arithmetic mean, we require data. Data means the observation, and there are two types of data. We require data to calculate arithmetic mean. So, there are two types of data. First is ungrouped data and second is group data. Okay. So we require data to calculate arithmetic mean, and there are two types of data: group data, ungrouped data and group data. So now we'll see what is ungrouped data. Ungrouped data is also called as individual observation. Okay, first we'll see ungrouped data and second we'll see group data. So individual observation or ungrouped data. Individual observation, you can see in this example, this is individual observation: 61, 68, 69, 63, 70, 60, 78. These are individual observation, single numbers or single observation or ungroup. Ungroup means the data is not in a group. Okay, for example, if I say 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and if it is in a table form, then I can call this type of data as group data. But this data is ungrouped because it is not in a group ways. It is individual observation. Okay, so individual observation or ungrouped data. Now there is the example of individual observation or ungrouped data. So calculate arithmetic mean. What we have to calculate? Calculate arithmetic mean of marks, okay, of marks scored by a student, in 7 subjects. So there are 7 subjects and 7 subject marks are there, and those marks are scored by a student. Okay, so the marks of 7 subjects are this: 61, 68, 69, 63, 70, 60, 78. Okay, and now this is individual observation. the marks are not in a group format. That's why we are calling this data as ungrouped data or individual observation. Okay. Now to calculate arithmetic mean for individual observation, if in exam also, if the numbers are given in individual format or in ungrouped data, we are going to calculate arithmetic mean by using this formula. By using this formula. By using this formula, we are going to find arithmetic mean for individual observation. Okay. So first thing, what we have to find solution for this, to find is arithmetic mean. Okay. Now what is the formula of arithmetic mean? Formula is x bar is equals to sigma, means summation of x divided by n. Either you write this formula or this formula, the formula is same. Only thing, up formula, sum of observation and number of divided by number of observation is in word, and this formula is in symbols. X bar is equals to sigma x divided by n. So formula x bar means arithmetic mean is equals to sum of x divided by n. This sign is called as sigma, and sigma means the sum, the total of x divided by n. X is what? This observations. Okay, x is this numbers or this observation. So x bar is equals to sum of x means what you have to do, 61, add these numbers. Okay, 61 plus 68 plus 69 plus 63 plus 70 plus 60 plus 78 divided by n stands for what? Number of observation. Now how many observations are this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 observation. Okay. So we are finding the average. So add this 61 plus 68 plus 69 plus 63 plus 70 plus 60 plus 78. The total you get, x bar is equals to 469. Okay. So 469 is what? Sum of x. Okay. Total of this individual observation divided by number of observation. So if we divide 469 by 7, we get answer x bar is equals to 67. So this is arithmetic mean for ungrouped data or individual observation. Okay, so x bar is equals to 67. In this way you have to calculate arithmetic mean for individual observation. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to calculate arithmetic mean for individual observation. Next we'll see how to calculate arithmetic mean for group data. By the time, copy down this. Okay, so now we'll move to the group data. Now group data are of two types. In group data, there are two categories, discrete data and continuous data. Now we'll see what is discrete data. Now in discrete data, there are two methods, direct method and deviation method. Okay, see, in group data, ungrouped data, I hope you have understood. Ungrouped data is what? Individual observations. Okay, now group data. In group data, there are two types, discrete data and continuous data. In discrete data, there are two methods, direct method and deviation method. Deviation method means a shortcut method also. So first we'll see how to find arithmetic mean by direct method and by deviation method. Okay, we'll see deviation method after this example. Okay, for discrete data, Okay, discrete data means what? See, this is the example, discrete data, observation, and in front of observation there is frequency. Okay, so 110, the frequency is 6, 112, frequency is 10. So this is called as discrete data. One observation and in front of the observation there is frequency. Okay, so discrete data, to find arithmetic mean by direct method and by deviation method, each method is having formula. So first we'll see direct method. Now to calculate arithmetic mean by direct method, this is the formula. So x bar means arithmetic mean is equals to summation, sigma means summation of f, f means frequency and x means observation, divided by summation of frequency. Okay, or you can call it as summation of number of observation also. So this is the formula to calculate arithmetic mean by direct method. Now this is the example. We'll see the example, so you will understand how to find arithmetic mean by direct method. Calculate arithmetic mean for the following frequency distribution. Okay, this is the frequency distribution. Anything which is given in the table, okay, observation as well as the frequency is called as frequency distribution. In my last lecture I have explained you what is frequency distribution, and we have seen the examples as well as the important terms related to frequency distribution. You can watch that video, you will find the link in the description box. So this is the discrete type of data and this is frequency distribution. X means observation, okay, and F means frequency. So this is the data, this is the frequency distribution, and we have to calculate arithmetic mean by direct method as well as by deviation method. Now answer of direct method as well as discrete method or answer will come same, because we are going to take this example only, and from this example we are going to calculate arithmetic mean by two methods, direct method and deviation method. First we'll try to solve by direct method. So this is the frequency distribution. X is 103, 110, 112, 118 and 95, and frequency 4, 6, 10, 12, 3. So what is the solution? Now first for the solution, if frequency distribution is there, okay, always first prepare the table. Okay, prepare this type of table. X means the observation column, first column is the observation column, second is frequency, and third, as per the formula we have to prepare the column. Now observe the formula. Okay, formula of direct method is what? X bar means arithmetic mean is equals to summation of fx. Fx means frequency and x. So that's why I am preparing fx column. So fx means f into x. Okay, fx means f multiplied by x divided by summation of f. So whatever will be the total of this column, we are going to take the final amount, and whatever will be the total of fx, we are going to take that amount. So x, write all the values of x in the x column. So first is what? 103. So these two columns you are going to get from your example itself. One more column which you are going to add, means one more column you are going to prepare is as per the formula. So, or as per the formula, summation of fx. Okay. So write all the values of x in the x column. (95), and this will be for total, okay, or summation, sigma. F, write all the values of f in the f column. 6, 10, 12, 3. Okay. Now next what you have to do? This two column you have got already from the question itself. Now next thing, fx, okay, because in the formula summation of fx is there. That's why fx means what? Multiply f by x. That means 4 into 103. So 4 into 103, what answer you are going to get? 4 into 103, 412. Okay, same thing. 6 into 110. 660. Next, 10 into 112, or you can do like this also, 112 multiply by 10. Double 1, 20. Next is 12 into 118 is equals to 1416. Last column 3 into 95. Okay, 285. I hope you have understood how I have got this value by this column fx by multiplying f into x. That means 4 into 103, 6 into 110, 10 into 112, 12 into 118, 3 into 95. Okay, now this sign is what? Sigma. Sigma means summation. That means total of the whole column. Okay, whole row also. So what we need as per, now put the formula, x bar is equals to summation of fx divided by summation of f. Summation of f means the total of this column. So 4 into 6, sorry, 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 3, 35. Okay, 35 is the summation of f. Next, now do the total of this. 412 plus 660 plus 1120 plus 1416 plus 285. So summation of fx is equals to 3893. Okay, this is the total of fx. This is the total of fx. Now put the values as per the formula. Now I hope you have understood the formula. X bar is equals to summation of fx divided by summation of f. So put the values as per the formula. Summation of fx is what? 3893 divided by summation of f is 35. So divide by 35. Answer you get the 111.2286. Okay, x bar is equals to 111.2286. Okay, so this way you can calculate or you can find arithmetic mean of discrete data by direct method. Okay, now next we'll see by deviation method. By the time, please copy down this sum in your notebook. Okay, so now we'll move to the deviation method. Already we have studied how to find arithmetic mean by direct method. Now we'll see the deviation method. Deviation method is also called as shortcut method or assume mean method. Now to find arithmetic mean by deviation method, the formula is this: x bar is equals to a. A means assume mean. Okay, means we have to assume one number and then we have to find D. D means deviation. Okay, so A means assume mean plus summation of FD divided by N or divided by this thing also, what? F. Clear? So number of observation, summation. So this is the formula to find arithmetic mean by deviation method. I will repeat again. X bar is equals to A. A means assume mean plus summation of FD divided by N. Okay. Now taking the previous example, we will find arithmetic mean by deviation method. Calculate arithmetic mean for the following frequency distribution. Okay, this is the frequency distribution. F, X and F. X is what? Observation. F is frequency, and this is the observation and the frequency. Okay, now solution for this, prepare this table. Okay, for direct method there was only 3 columns. Now for deviation method we have X. X is what? Observation. F is frequency. Now in deviation method, as per the formula, we require D. Okay, now to find D, how to find D? To find D we have X minus A. Okay, X is the observation, A means assume mean. Now we have to assume one number which is closer to the observation. Okay, which is closer to this observation. We have to consider one number. Okay, so now X, put the values as per the table. X, put the values, all the X values in X row or column. 95, and this is total. Okay, now F, whatever is there already in the question, put the values as per the question. 10, 118 has 12 frequency and 95 has 3 frequency. Okay, now what we have to find? We have to find D and we have to find F into D. Okay, now as per the formula, see, we do not have assume mean. Okay, we have F frequency, D we have to find, and number of observation means F only. Okay, so we will assume one number for assume mean. Okay, we will assume one number for A. Now observe this numbers, and which is near to the number, we will consider that number as A. Okay, so 113, 110, 112, 118 and 95. So in which is closer to this number, I will take number as 100. Okay, we are taking A as 100 because 100 is closer to this number. Okay, 100 is closer to this observation. Do not take two small digit or do not take large digit number. Which is closer to this observation, take that number only as your assume mean. Okay, so D is equals to X minus 100. Okay, now see, D is equals to X. X is what? First will take 103. Okay, minus 100. So what is remaining? See, X is what? 103. A is what? 100. So 103 minus 100, we get answer 3. So D is what? For first for first class, 3. Okay, next X is what? 110 and assume mean is 100. So minus 110 minus 100, we get 10. Okay, I am just showing you this how I have got answer 10. In your notebook or in your exam, no need to do this rough work. Make the rough work on a separate page or in a separate column or on the rough paper. Clear? So no need to do this 100 and 0. No need to write in the table. So 112 minus 100, we get 12. Next, 118 minus 100, 18. Now 95 minus 100, we get minus 5. Okay, sign of the greater number. 95 is smaller number, 100 is greater number. So sign of the greater number, minus 5. Now next, so we have got D, we have already got F also. Now next column we have to find is what? F into D. F into D means multiply F by D, means 4 into 3. So 4 into 3 is what? 12. Clear? 6 into 10, 60. Then 100 into 12, 120. Now 12 into 18, 216. Then now minus 5 into 3, minus 15. Okay. Now why I am taking minus 15? Because sign of the greater number. This is what? Positive 3 and minus 3. So minus plus minus. So minus 15. Okay. So I hope you have understood how I have got D value. D is what? D is equals to, how to find D? Deviation x minus a. A is what? Assume mean. We have to assume one number which is closer to the observation. So I have taken the number 100. So x 103 minus 100, I have got 3. Then same way I have got the remaining deviation value. Next, column F into D. So F multiply by D, that means 4 multiply by 3, 6 multiply by 10, 10 multiply by 12, 120, 12 multiply by 18, 216, and 3 multiply by 5, minus 15. So now total, this F 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 3, we get 35. Okay. Now next we have to make the total of, means the summation of, add 12 plus 60 plus 120 plus 216, and see the sign is minus. So add all the positive first, add this positive number and then reduce the negative number. So 12 plus 60 plus 120 plus 216, we get 408 minus 15. So we get the answer 393. Okay, summation of, this is summation of N and this is summation of FD. Okay, and A is what? Assume mean. Now write the formula. X bar is equals to A plus summation of FD divided by summation of F of N. You can write. So therefore X bar is equals to, A is what? 100. Okay, assume mean, plus summation of FD is what? 393 divided by summation of F. F is what? The total of F is 35. Therefore X bar is equals to 100 plus divide 393 by 35. So we get 11.2286. Therefore X bar is equals to 100 plus 11.2286. Add. So we get 11.2286. 2, 2, 8, 6. Okay. So if we find, add 11.2286 arithmetic mean by deviation method or by direct method, answer will be same. Okay, so in this way we can find arithmetic mean for deviation method. Now next we'll see step deviation method. By the time copy down this example. Okay, so we'll move to the step deviation method. Step deviation method comes under continuous method, that is continuous data. Continuous data is what? When the classes are continuous, like when this is continuous data. Okay, group data, under group data there is discrete method, discrete data and continuous data. Discrete data already we have studied. Now we'll see continuous data. Continuous data is what? 0 to 500, 500 to 100, means there are upper limit in the continuous data of continuous frequency. There is upper limit as well as the lower limit. Like lower limit is 500, upper limit is 1000. So this is 500 to 1000, 1000 to 1500 and so on. Okay, this is continuous data. See, lower limit is 2000, upper limit is 2500, and for the next class, means continuous there is 2500 of for the next class lower limit and 3000 as the upper limit. So this is continuous data. Now to find arithmetic mean or mean for continuous data, we have step deviation method. To find arithmetic mean of continuous data of frequency distribution, we can find by step deviation method. So to find arithmetic mean by deviation, step deviation method, formula is this, which is given as on the board. X bar means AM, arithmetic mean, is equals to A means assume mean, plus bracket summation of F means frequency, D dash means step deviation method, divided by N is number of observation means frequency, into H is what? Height, okay, or width of the class. H is what? Width of the class, means distance between lower limit and upper limit is what? Height. Okay, so now D means deviation. To find deviation, formula is X minus A, and step deviation means D dash. Okay, D dash is equals to D means deviation divided by H. Okay, H is what? Width of the class. Now we'll see the example and we'll solve this example by using this formula. Now classes are given and the frequency will be given in the question. Now as per the formula, we have to find the remaining column. Okay, so A we have to assume it. Now D, to find D we will write the formula dx minus A. D dash is what? D upon H. Okay, D upon H, and F will be from the question, and last column is F into D dash. Okay, F into D dash, last column. Now see, this is continuous classes. Okay, these are continuous classes, lower limit and upper limit is given. Now we don't have a single observation. Okay, we do not have a single observation. What? X. Clear? So we will find X. How we will find X? By taking the mid value or midpoint. Now mid value, how we have to find the mid value? In my frequency distribution lecture, I have explained you how to find mid value, okay, or midpoint of the classes. You will find the link in the description box. Please watch that video so it will be easy for you to understand what is mid value and how to find the mid value. Okay. Now why we are finding mid value? Just try to understand, because the classes are given like 500 to 1000, 1000 to 1500. So there is no single observation. Okay. So for that we are finding X. X means X means mid value. So mid value is what? To find mid value or midpoint, what? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. UL means upper limit, LL means lower limit divided by 2. So first is what? Upper limit is what? 500 plus 0 divided by 2. So what will be the upper limit for what will be the mid value for first class divided by 250. Okay, in this remaining same way, for remaining classes same way you are going to find the mid value. Now for second class, see, use this formula to find the mid value. Lower limit, upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Next class, second class, first class mid value is what? 250. Second class is what? Upper limit is 1000 plus lower limit is 500 divided by 2. So 1500 plus divided by 2, we get 750. Okay. So remaining mid value find. So remaining mid value will be 2250, 2750, 3250 and 3750. Okay, so I have got all the mid values of all the classes. I will repeat again how did I got the mid value. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2 and write the answer immediately. Okay, now next we have to find one column x we have got. Next we have, next column is what? D. D is what? Deviation. Now to find deviation, what is the formula? X minus a. Okay, now already we have got the x value. Now a means what? Assume mean. So assume one number, okay, which is near to the observation, or assume the mid value or mid point of this observation. So I will assume 1750 as a. Okay, so x minus 1750. Okay, my assume mean is what? I will write here. Assume mean I am taking 1750. Okay, 1750 I am taking as a. So x is what? For first class, x is 250 minus 1750. So for D, I am going to use x minus a. Okay, x for first class, x is what? 250 minus a, what I have taken as assume mean, and I have took the mid value of this observation which is closer to all the observation. Okay, so I am taking the mid value. Assume mean you can take the mid value, that is 1750. So minus 1750. So 250 minus 1750, I get minus 1500. Okay, so minus 1500. Why I have took minus 1500? Because sign of the greater number. Next, for the second class, second class x is what? 750. Assume mean is 1750. Minus 1000. So write minus 1000 and find the remaining class is D. 500, then 1750 minus 1715, 0. Then 2250 minus 1750, I get 500, then 1000, 1500 and 2000. Okay, so I have got D also. Next column, what I have to find? D dash. Now D dash is what? D dash is equals to deviation, means D minus D upon H. Okay, D upon H. So already we have got D. This is the D column. Okay, so H means what? The width means the distance or the length of the classes. What is the length of the classes? How to find the length of the classes? Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so 1000 minus 500, we get 500. Okay, so H is what? 500. Right here, H is equals to 500. Distance, actual distance of the classes. So difference is 500. Okay, D dash so is equals to D upon 500. So this is D. Okay, so D dash is equals to D upon H. H I have took 500 because the distance of the classes is 500. D I have already found. So first class D is what? Minus 1500 divided by 500. Okay, in the rough work I am showing and final answer I am writing here. So minus 1500 divide by 500, we get minus 3. Okay, do not forget the sign minus 3. Next, second class is what? Minus 1000 divided by 500, we get minus 2. Remaining classes, find the D dash. Minus 500 divided by divided by 500, we get 1. Minus 1. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so divide this column, class number D, by 500, so you get this values. Okay, now last column is remaining, that is what? F multiply by D dash, that means frequency multiply by D dash. Now D dash I have already got by dividing D upon H. Okay, so multiply this column, multiply F into D dash, that means 2 into minus 3. 2 into minus 3, we get minus 6. Okay, then 8 into minus 2, we get minus 16. 12 into minus 1, minus 12. Then 23 into 0, 0. 25 into 1, 25. 20 into 2, we get 40. 9 into 3, 27. 1 into 4, we get 4. Okay, so in this way we have got F multiply F D dash. Okay, so now do the total of, as per the formula, what we require only summation of D F D dash and N. So N will be what? Add this 2 plus 8 plus 12 plus 23 plus 25 plus 20 plus 9 plus 1, we get answer 100. Okay, and now last column, add minus 6, minus 16, minus 12, 25 plus 40 plus 27 plus 4. Now do one thing, first add the positive numbers and then minus with the negative number. So 25 plus 27 plus 4 minus 6 minus 16 minus 12. So we get the answer 62. Okay, what did I did first? 25 plus 40 plus 24, 25 plus 40 plus 27 plus 4 is whatever answer I got, I have minused by 6 minus 16 minus 12. So the answer I have got 62. So 100 is what? Summation of N, and 62 is summation of F D dash. Okay, now put the values as per the formula. I will do this. I will solve the remaining sum to my left hand side. Now this is the formula. Okay, write down the formula. X bar is equals to A plus summation of F D dash divided by N multiply by H. Okay, so therefore A, what we have assumed? We have assumed 17,550 plus bracket summation of F D dash 1 is 62 divided by N, summation N is 100 multiply h is what? 500. Okay, 500. Therefore 17,500 plus, divide this 62 divided by 100, we get 0.62 into 500. Okay. Therefore 17,500 plus 6.62 into 500, we get 310. Therefore 1750 plus 310, 2060. Okay, so x bar is equals to 2060. In this way you can find the arithmetic mean for continuous data that by step deviation method. So copy down this sum. By next we'll see the combined mean, how to calculate mean of two different group. Okay, by the time copy down this example. Okay, so we'll move to the mean of combined group. Now many a times if we want to find the mean of two different group, so we use this formula, that is mean of combined group. Now suppose a group of boys, okay, group of boys and group of girls is there, boys and girls, and we have to find the mean of boys as well as girls. Then we can find the mean by using the formula of mean of combined group. Okay, so we can find mean of individual observation, we can find mean for frequency distribution, as well as we can find the mean for two different group also. So suppose group 1 is boys, group 2 is girls. Okay, so mean of combined group. Now mean of combined group is denoted as x bar c. C means what? Combined group. X bar is arithmetic mean. Now x bar 1, okay, x bar 1, x bar 1 means the arithmetic mean of first group. Now suppose group boys is there, okay, arithmetic mean of boys, x bar 1, n1 be the size of the group 1. So group 1 is of boys, so the size of the boys will be 1. Suppose there are 100 boys in one group, so number of observation will be what? 100. Okay, suppose the arithmetic mean of boys is suppose 15, and how many boys are there in one group? 100. So arithmetic mean x bar 1 is 15. This is just an example, and n means 100 boys, means number of observation is 100. Clear? Next, x bar 2. X bar 2 means be the arithmetic mean of second group. Suppose girls, okay. So x bar 2, that means the girl group number 2 is of girls. So mean of girls will be 20, consider 20, and n2 means number of observation. Suppose girls are 50 girls are there. So 50 is what? n2 means number of observation of group number 2 is what? 50 girls are there. That's why n2. Okay. So in this way we can find the arithmetic mean of two different sizes of the group. So to find, see, to find mean of arithmetic mean of group, combined group x bar c, it is denoted as x bar c. Second, x bar 1 is the arithmetic mean of group 1, n2 is the size of group first, x bar 2 means arithmetic mean of second group, n2 means number of observation of or size of group 2. Okay, and this is the formula to calculate mean of combined group. So x bar c is equals to n1 x bar 1 plus n2 x bar 2 divided by n1 plus n2. Okay, so by using this formula we are going to solve one example. So the example is find the combined mean of the following data. So this is the data and group 1 and group 2 is given. So group 1 x bar 1, okay, if it is group 1, okay, so you are going to write x bar 1 and n1, okay. If group 2 is there, so x bar 2 and n2, okay. Denote group 1 and group 2 by the numbers. So group 1 x bar 1 means arithmetic mean is 2100 and n is what? Number of size of the group, that is 100. Group 2 arithmetic mean means x bar 2 is 1500 and n is the size of group 2 is 200. Okay. To find solution, we have to find the arithmetic mean of combined group. So x bar c. Now write down the formula is equals to n1 x bar 1 plus n2 x bar 2 divided by n1 plus n2. Okay. So now put the values as per the formula. These are the values. So n1 is how much? n1 is 100. So x bar c, n1 is what? 100 multiply x bar 1 is how much? 2100 plus n2 is how much? 200 multiply x bar 2 is 1500 divided by n1 100 plus n2 200. Okay. So multiply, therefore x combined mean x bar c is equals to 100 multiply 2100, we get 21, 4 times 0 plus sign of plus as it is. Next is 200 multiply by 1500. So 3, 5 times 0 divided by 100 plus 200, 300. So add these two numbers, 1, 2, 4 times 0 plus 3, 5 times 0, we get 51, 4 times 0 divided by 300. So divide it by 300. We get 1700. Okay. So arithmetic mean of combined group 1 and group 2 is 1700. Okay. So in this way you can find the arithmetic mean of combined group by using the formula of two group. So the combined group arithmetic mean is, the mean of combined group is 1700. Okay. So I hope you have understood this example. Please copy down this example in your notebook. Okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of arithmetic mean, how to calculate arithmetic mean of individual observation, of ungrouped data and for combined group. So thank you very much.